Hey there, how's it going? It's been a long time since I've worked on my rail world, one that you guys have seen. It's been well over a month that I took off from recording, and this wasn't even the latest playthrough that I had been doing. So this was my second world ever, and I had not played it in forever. So we're going to spend a lot of this half hour just refreshing ourselves as to where everything is and what's going on. I believe I watched like 5 minutes of the last episode, and it was, and then scrolled real quickly through the rest of it, and it looked like we were making this northern wall here. But let's, you know, we're needing something up there. We have bots, and we're already established. We've got 26 rockets going on. But I've done a lot of things that were probably very inefficient during this playthrough. Um, I do have Power Armor Mark II, and we have tech that's waiting to be started again. And we're at the point where we're just at the infinite techs, so we have to decide what we want to do. We haven't, guarantee you, we haven't started on the artillery yet. That's why it's only on the first one. But we're using lasers as our primary defense, so physical projectile damage isn't as necessary. Our explosives that'd be nice too. This is only 2,000 of every color except for purple, so mining productivity is always good too. Looks like we just finished energy weapons damage 7, so let's get mining productivity going. That's what, 12,000? Ooh, that's expensive. I don't use combat robots. I don't know why I've been researching this all the way up to level 7, but yeah, there it is. Robot speed would be nice too. Then we can get projectile damage if I decide to go clear some nests or whatever. Never hurts. And go back for that. Go back for this one. Basically, we need to cycle through all those. Okay, so this is our northern wall. A bunch of biter nests that will soon get triggered by the incoming pollution. Doesn't look like these even have power or laser turrets over this way. So our options are to quickly build up. Oh my, I still have a pistol on my. Why am I carrying around another pistol? Please make me another submachine gun. And I don't ever use the shotgun either. Oh, looks like I have started on artillery cannons. That's nice. Get rid of the shotgun shells too. I want to replace that with a rocket launcher. I've been finding those useful lately. So this is just a plain wall with very little defending it right now. Do we have the capability to make laser turrets? Nah, I probably have a maker down in the base. We're going to have to familiarize ourselves with what's down there. And what's in our power armor. We've got... Alright, nice. 2 portable fusion reactors, that's good. 4 of the good shields. 2 roboports. 3 batteries. Belt immunity. 2 PLDs. Personal laser defense. Alright, so we're okay there. Nothing really you can do other than add a single solar panel right there. It's a good setup. I like it. And we'll have to go down and find out what's going on here. Obviously there's a bot network because it's requesting stuff all over the place. Turn the pollution off so we can see these symbols better. But this is our main bus as we are transitioning over to a kind of an outpost economy. have your mines, and then have like a dedicated area to green circuits, a dedicated area to red circuits, and things like that. So, and here's our train depot, drop-off station for all the different things. Needs a radar there so I can see better. There's going to be copper here, iron here. It's like coal is in the third one. That matches up well with our iron here, our coal there, and our copper here and here. We have two different copper ones. Let's come on down. See if we can grab enough to finish off that wall there. Apparently we've decided that was important. I'm sure we have other walls. Given that that's how I started my kind of Factorio career there, I was heavily into walls and security. And looks like those are continuous, probably laser turrets. Especially if there's power running all around them, that's probably all continuous lasers. And looks like this is continuous enough. My later playthroughs that I didn't record a lot of them, I wouldn't put up walls at all. I would just go out and obliterate anything that could be remotely touched by the pollution. But here I'm going with a more static defense. Kind of a set it and forget it kind of thing. Okay, this one doesn't have a wall. That is open, but it's not encroaching on anybody who's going to get mad anytime soon. This one, just because it was easy to defend, I probably wanted to grab that copper at the same time. That would have been smart. It's like oil outpost, yes, with 3,300. And I am training that in. I am not using underground pipes to do so. If I remember correctly, yes. Here is our rocket silo. But the problem is rocket fuel is kind of slow. It gets trained from over here and goes all the way around the bus and then up to the rocket silo again. It's probably the limiter. Nope. Okay. We must have boosted it enough. We actually have waiting rocket fuel. For some reason it's coming down here. Probably to make satellites. Yes, it is to make satellites. Alright, so what is our limiter on getting more rockets made? Definitely not satellites. We got a huge backup of that. Sorry, pardon the extreme scrolling. I am in map mode, so it's harder to get it a little bit more accurate. LDS is fine. There's RCUs. So, alright, and I would almost guarantee you that I am going to be very light on the use of modules, both productivity and speed. So I wasn't as well versed at the time when I started doing this, and you'll see some builds that are like, "What? That's kind of inefficient," but that's the way I've done things at the beginning. But we can improve upon things. I also don't have nuclear fuel going on here because I didn't do it at the time. So there's a ton of solar. In fact, we can take a look. That giant network is all solar. This is all solar. This is all solar. Solar and accumulators combined is what I mean by solar, because I generally use them in conjunction. And I think we use the same size trains everywhere on this system. The rocket fuel is like a shorter train, I think, maybe one by two, 1 by 1. There it is right now. It's a 1 by 1 because it doesn't need as much. I think I might use a different size train over here for the oil. That, I think, is a solar that we put right next to the rail line just to save some space. No, that's a 1x4. Okay. And there's maybe a different train over here for more oil. Yeah, it's different. No, that's just two different trains. It's a 1x3, yes. It's a 1x3 and a 1x4. So. But they are set up so they can accept either way. Depending on how many spots the oil station needed. So the train network is decent, and it's all signaled properly. And I know we initially had some jams, but I think it's been a long time since we had like deadlock situations. And there's even a stacker. Oops, I have to go to map view, just quicker. There is a 8-car stacker here. Problem is these cliffs are in the way, so it makes for a really long wait from the stacker to the different lanes here. But there's one loading and one, building up behind. Looks like, I'm not sure. That is a iron train ready to come in. I'm not sure which one this one is because we do not have enough radars out there. And they don't travel the whole track. They have a dedicated path that they each go to. That one must be copper because it came from this way. Didn't have to stop at all. You go directly and deposit its stuff. Another copper one. What are the two that are waiting? That's iron and more iron. That'd be why. Should see the next iron train come by. Yep. It's well signaled, all taken care of. We can get raw materials in. Let's go take a look at our main bus. I know it's a little difficult to get through with all the solar and accumulators going through. How is power situated? Power is magnificent. Look at that. Look at maybe 10% of our potential usage. It is daytime, so. And we are getting all of our power from solar. Look at that. 362 megawatts solar. Accumulator's not being used right now. 22 steam engines. That's it. I'm not using steam turbines. If oh yeah, okay, here they are. The original 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 2 each. So yeah, that's all of them right there. The original guys are not even using steam turbines. They generate, significantly more power. You can get 5.8 megawatts out of a single turbine. It uses up all of the steam, though. It uses twice as much steam as these guys do. These guys are producing, from 5.8 megawatts to 0.9 megawatts. They're 900 kilowatts. So they are 6 times more effective at producing power when you're comparing 1 to 1. But since it uses all 60 steam per second, it's 3 times as powerful because you got to consider both of those together. Yeah, 1.8 versus 5.8. More than 3 times. So we need to get some makers for steam turbines. This is a massive bus system. We're being attacked probably up to the northern wall. Nope. On the southeastern wall. It looks like they'll be okay. So we need to get more laser turrets for the northern wall. We need to get us up to steam turbines. That's an easy way to bump up power, but we're in no hurry because I imagine we have plenty enough accumulators to last throughout the night. At least I hope we do. It is decreasing. I think I have night vision on my power armor. Yes, I do. That's why it's not getting that dark. you can tell, most of these things do not have modules. And looks like we are still using standard inserters nearly everywhere. We need to be... Yeah, I've got 340 standard inserters on my person. We need to bump up almost all of those into stack inserters or fast inserters. Looks like I have a little bit of a... I know I don't have a dedicated mall in this setup. I've got them all spread out all over the place. There's not one-stop shopping except for belts. They're all right here. Yellows feeding to reds, reds feeding to blues. And the required lubricant for the blues. It looks like the bus has been upgraded to blues. And it's like virtually everywhere. And it looks like all the, or at least a decent amount of the supply lines have been converted over to blues as well. So the belts are actually okay. It is the inserters that are concerning and the lack of modules. So we can really boost the speed up if we get a whole bunch of modules laid out there. And that's what a lot of these on the map look like they are. Yeah, we've used the upgrade planner saying, hey, when you get them, please distribute them out to all these places. I'm not concerned about the cliff explosives. That's just an accidental highlight of the cliffs. Because I don't use cliff explosives. I think that's kind of cheating. Now, to each their own. If you want to use them, go for it. But why is it complaining about a lack of walls? Really? Those are on the same network? Roboport network. No, they're completely isolated networks. See, none of this overlaps with none, any of that. I don't know why. Interesting. That's probably actively being attacked. Those might be... I think those are gun turrets. No, those are power lines. No, I don't know. Not quite sure. I don't have all the colors of the map memorized when there's no radar. I just prefer to have a radar and just zoom in. So, you guys, you have a provider chest. It's a buffer chest. Oh, no, that's a green. It's a buffer chest. Why aren't you... Oh, you're facing the wrong way. Oh, I get it, though. You know, that way, well, at least the requests will diminish. It's not all the way up to stack inserters, but those requests are all for fast inserters. Now, on to the pressing matters of the moment. Oh boy, I have 850 per module 3s. Why didn't I distribute these? Okay, what about laser turrets, though? How many you got here for me? Nice. 300 some. I gotta go drop off some of these modules. We can't be clogging up the inventory with all that right now. Okay, so we're gonna speed module everything when we get back from putting laser turrets up. Just because I don't have the rockets all set up, so I'd rather just grab these. And run up there, fix that issue. We got 300 power poles. That'll do. What do I have for personal transportation? I have a tank. Do I have a personal locomotive? Not at this time. We'll address that in the future. Do I have fuel for it? Yeah, I do. I prefer a car if I'm just going to use this for non-destructive purposes. But with a tank, you don't have to worry about... Oops, I got out of it. I was already in it. The tank, you don't have to worry about trees. The car, you do. But car goes a lot faster. Come on. Don't worry about destroying power poles on accident, then. So we'll go lay out these. Now we're not just doing an entire episode of just a base tour and refamiliarizing myself with what was going on. Yesterday I got my my ribbon world going again. I neglected that one for quite a long time too. Like I said, I had been playing offline. I've gotten much better at things. Just comes with experience playing Factorio. You get to learn what works, what doesn't. Learn all the systems that you had no requirement of knowing before, like nuclear power, things like that. But like we saw, power situation is good. So those are roboports that were on the map there. Okay, I got those set up, but not applied yet. I got bots, so just deconstruct the trees, please. I didn't mean that at the same time. Whatever. Okay. And I'm rich enough in resources, I can just go continuous laser turrets. Bye, tree. I'm carrying 0 walls. Oh well. I have a small hole in the wall. You got power. Okay. Get around to the next side. That is cliffs everywhere. Interesting. Now, what's the range of these things? They can hit both sides, so... why not? Let's continue on putting laser turrets down. Oops, I don't need them that close. It's not smart. Way back here is fine. Alright, so we're going to go diagonally there. It's going to be more of a pain to get turrets up. down a bit so we can bring the turrets down a bit too. Just a few because of the trees. We'll address that right now. Don't deconstruct the walls. Keep it smaller. Oops, grab some wall. It's only a single thick wall too. It's not going to survive much. Just crap. Oops. Did you auto trash that wall? Where'd you put it? Gates. I don't see wall here on my auto trash. No. I should have 4 pieces of wall to put back up. Who's holding out on me? That is weird. I'm requesting wall. Requesting to always have 100 walls on me. It's not here. That's a gate. That's... yeah. Just a case of the missing walls. Here, make 49 of them for me, would you? That's into that. All right, out of charts. Power poles are being required quite frequently now. Mainly because of the diagonal nature of the wall. So, alright. Decent portion of that is now taken care of. And that little bit's undefended for now. It's going to have to be okay. We figured out what those mystery blue dots were. They were roboports to repair the wall and all that stuff. I wonder if they have enough repair packs and things like that. They don't. They're just sitting ducks right now. Alright. And I can make 0 repair packs. So. Also, don't have the bots to fill them up. I have my own ones that I'm going to keep. Logistic robots are not useful when it comes to repairing walls and stuff. So, don't know why you don't have power, but I can get them at least powered up, I guess. So they'll be ready for us in the future. That was an easy enough start to our return to this playlist. And I'm going to keep the format of each of the playlists that I had started. Like in the Ribbon World, I'm keeping to 45-minute episodes, and here, trying to aim for half-hour episodes. So that is our time for this one. So I will see you in the next one, where I'm going to finish up the wall for a little bit, and then I'll start distributing all those modules and make everything go faster. A lot faster. So thank you for being here, and I'll see you next time. Bye.